And news coming in on the strategy meet of the NDA, which will happen at 2 p.m. Today, of course, this ahead of the winter session of Parliament, which begins tomorrow. So a key meet that will happen this afternoon today, and this, of course, just a day before the winter session of the Parliament begins. We'll go across to Piyush as well, who's tracking the inside details as to what is going to be on the agenda of this key strategy meet, which will take place this afternoon ahead of the winter session. Piyush also joining us live from the national capital. Piyush, a big update coming in that the meet will happen at 2 p.m. Today. Take us through the issues that will be taken up in this meet.
Well, certainly that is the important meeting which will be chaired by the government, and in that particular meeting they are going to discuss as to how to run the parliament smoothly. And after that 2 p.m. meeting, there will be an all-party meeting also later in the day, which will take place where the representatives of all the political parties have been invited by the Lok Sabha Speaker, and that will basically be focused on to have a smooth functioning of the parliament. So from tomorrow, the winter session of parliament is going to begin. That will continue till 29th of December. The government is planning to bring very important legislations, and before that, government wants to ensure that a proper functioning, smooth functioning of a parliament takes place, and that is why a series of meetings have been kept by the government as well as Lok Sabha Speaker. Before that, before Lok Sabha Speaker's meeting, NDA meeting will also take place, and after that, a strategizing meeting will also take place. Opposition political parties are also going to chair their own respective meeting, where they will also talk out their strategy as to how to corner the government over different issues. So it generally happens every time a day before a parliament session convenes. So from tomorrow, December 7th, the parliament session is going to begin, winter session is going to begin, and before that, series of meetings have been lined up today. The important one, the most important one, is going to be the all-party meeting, which is going to be chaired by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, where he will be requesting to all the political parties to support, to let the parliament function smoothly. Samiksha.
Well, absolutely, Piyush, and we can expect showdown starting tomorrow as the winter session begins. If you can talk to us more about the bills that are all set to be introduced in the Parliament as the session begins tomorrow.
Well, what we are now given to understand is that there are 11 to 15 important bills, so those are going to be tabled by the government, and the government is still mulling as to how to go with those bills, and there are some deliberations going on. That we are still waiting for an official confirmation. The important legislations, those are going to be tabled, but yes, the important bills will be tabled. The biggest one would be the corporate amendment bill also, which the government is looking forward to table. We have already seen the opposition coming out and opposing this bill. Few political parties have started opposing this bill, but there are a good number of bills those are going to be tabled, and this is a very short period of winter session which we are now seeing, which is beginning from 7th of December, will continue till 29th of December. Every time we have seen opposition political parties not letting the parliament to function.
Yes.
In the last few sessions, we have seen the lockdown continues to take place in parliament, but the government continues to request to political parties, opposition political parties, to let the parliament function. This time we'll have to wait and watch how the functioning of parliament takes place. But before that, crucial meetings are lined up today. We'll have to wait and watch how the coordination takes place between the political parties and the government. Right now, as we are speaking, is still mulling and deliberating on various bills, which is also to table in this parliament session.
Absolutely, Piyush. Thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you as you track that meet closely, which will happen at 2 p.m. today. But for now, moving on to more breaking news coming in.